Which one's going to go on there next?
A new partnership between the Oh Wow Science Center and Brown Mackie College in Akron is producing benefits for both parties.
Do you like mine?
Yeah.
I like that blue and pink one.
Yeah.
Brittany Fusselman and Danielle Kane are occupational therapy assistant students who are getting real-world experience working with children at the center.
Well, Danielle and I are guinea pigs to it, so we didn't really know what to expect.
This is definitely a non-traditional site for us.
It's more of like an environment setting, so we get to see that aspect, and it's totally different from what any other pediatric setting would be like.
Our placement here has really just given me a broad sense of, children with disability and without, how they interact with all the exhibits, what modifications we can make, just observations of just really how the children are playing with them.
It's important for them to understand how children engage in the real world, and this is the real world.
Ingrid Canix is on the board at Oh Wow and Brown Mackie and is supervising the program.
I think that Brown Mackie would love me to have students here all the time. Suzanne and I think we've been really happy with how this has worked out with this group. It also takes the right type of student to be here because they need to be self-directed and kind of self-motivated, which the two of them have been.
Today, the students are doing sensory art projects.
Mine in particular that I came up with was paint in a bag. You pretty much put droplets of paint on a piece of paper. You can put it inside the bag, and then the child can move around the paint on the outside of the bag. Right. And the point of that being a sensory project is if the child doesn't want the touch of the paint on their hands, they can do it on the outside of the bag. If they're hypersensitive to touch, and if they're hyposensitive to touch, they want more tactile input, they can put rice or beads or anything or sandpaper instead of regular paper inside the bag with it to get more of a tactile feeling.
My project is called a button tree, and all you need is pipe cleaners and buttons, and you just kind of twist the pipe cleaners together to form a tree, and then you stick the buttons on. This works on a couple different skills, so it works on cognitive skills, sensory skills, the motor skills, and then also social and kind of behavioral skills. So it can work on impulse, since they have their own way of putting these on, and they can overdo it or just only put as many as they want.
This one is a square pumpkin.
A square pumpkin.
Yeah, and a circle pumpkin.
The idea incorporates a ton of sensory input, for the children.
This program that they're creating, sensory art, will be something that the next group of students would expand upon so that the full 8 weeks would have sensory art every week.
Just being creative really is what a child is supposed to do. Their occupation is play, so that's what we're focusing on.